Yes, sir. Is my voice audible?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So, good morning, everyone. Today we are here for our data test 2025. It's our 10th anniversary. Today we have Mr. Piyush Parekh. He's a senior faculty, technical writer, and technical trainer with extensive experience in academic and IT, specializing in mobile app development and system administration. He has guided students and professionals, empowering them from break to barriers and build confidence in the tech world. Good morning, Piyush sir. I
Namaskar.
would like to hand over the further session to you.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, thank you, sir.
So we will be starting with the presentation and what the contents will be. Then we will be moving towards the hands-on session for the mobile application, and we will be developing two mobile applications, one with the core Kotlin and another with the layouts and the other parts. So first we will start with the presentation of how our session will be and what the points we should take in consideration when we should create a mobile application. So I will be sharing my screen with you. Just let me know if it is shared or not. Is it visible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's visible.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, thank you.
So myself Piyush Parekh, I am having 15 plus years of experience with the academics and mobile application development and corporate training. As the today's topic for the mobile application development, we will be going with the definition of MED. What is MED? MED is a mobile application which has been either been developed by the third party or by the developer or by the provider, and which is installed on our devices, which work and give us more effective way to interact with the environment. Here the environment means the people, the work to be optimized. Then we will be going on the importance of today's digital ecosystem and then the demand of the app system. So for this, the development platform, we can divide the mobile applications into three main considerations or three main categories. First is the Android, which has been developed by using either Kotlin or Java. Second is the iOS, the second biggest mobile operating system, which is capturing the market today, which is using Swift for the development. But we have the third mechanism also for cross platform, where we can develop the application in one and we can export it to either Android or iOS, or we can create the application which can be of both. So we can use the Flutter, React and Native, either of these, to make the cross-platform application. But in today's session, we will be covering Android and Kotlin. Basically, before starting the session or doing the hands-on, I just want to cover a few things. The development life cycle that all should follow, and we all have to develop the application by using these steps only. First is the idea and the planning, that is the requirement analysis, where we used to gather the requirement from the client that what exactly he or she wants. Then we design the UI, finalize that with the client. Then the development process starts with the minimum SDK and the targeted platforms. If the application is developed and we are satisfied, we will go for the testing, where we will test the application on the different platforms, so that the client which has given us the requirement, that on which targeted version and the hardware configuration he or she wants should be tested. Then we deploy this application on the Google platform. After that, if some bugs comes because the users been using on the real device, we had tested on the emulators. We had not gone for the real device because we have the limited real devices. We can go on either for one or two. The client had said that yes, I have Android 36 API level 36 version and I want the ice cream sandwich only. Okay, we can test on that. But the final end user can work on the different operating system and different testing environment. So we can have some bugs, we can have some requirement changes, so we can do in the maintenance phase. This is just a glimpse of how the platform works. So the idea means getting up what we have to develop. So the question over here arises is what? This what will give us the answer to the designing solution. What we should design, in which manner we should design, what should be the background, what should be the layouts, then the actual development which will map this design with the business logic, and then what we have get in the idea should be checked that it should meet the parameters that the client has given for the testing. Then we finally deploy this to the real world platform so that the users can download and use, the client can download and use. Client should not ask us each and every time for the APK, we should deploy that. And then if something has been changed or some requirement has been given, we can do the maintenance. Here the popular tools that one should use and the companies are using for the Android development, Android Studio; for the iOS development, Xcode; for the backend, for the database connectivity, we have the two basic mechanisms, Firebase and SQLite. SQLite, which is already been installed in our mobile, we need not to take from the outside, need not to worry how that will be working and how to be installed and configured. It has already been installed. Only we have to worry for the third party works, which is the Firebase or the cloud. Then we have the control versions where we will be using the Git and GitHub, where we can deploy the different versions of our application, ask the client to check that. If it is finalized, we can deploy that. Now the current trends in the mobile application development. Currently we are seeing that the more and more AI is being introduced in our daily life. Either we can say for the Alexa, do this, it will go. Chat GPT, create this for me. Everything is AI. AI means artificial intelligence, which has been integrated with the tools so that our work can be easily done. Then we have the AR and VR integrations. Few of the students who are the game lovers always go to the platforms for playing the games, where we have the AR and the VRs that are being integrated in your mobiles. We are playing the games. We have the current example of the cricket game, which has been in our hands-on mobile devices, where we are playing the cricket just like we are playing on the ground. This is augmented reality with a virtual reality. Voice-enabled applications are those applications that are working on the basis of our voice. They are just a part of IoT devices that are being embedded. We can take the example of Gemini, where we are giving the command, Gemini, can you please play the game for me? Can you please play the song for me? What it is doing, it is having the voice command, and it is converting that by using the machine learning tools. Then we have the IoT connected devices. They realize there is a new trend in the IoT that if I am out from my home and I want to check that whether all the electrical devices are being switched off or not, we can use using the IoT devices, and that should be shared on our mobile screen. So here also we have the mobile playing with the IoT devices. We can switch off them by using the app only. We need not to go the kilometers away. We are to just switch off my fan in the TV that I had put on. We can also do the visualization security by using the IoT devices. The camera is being on our screen or the mobile device where we are viewing everything which has been happening. One of my students had developed an application which is keeping the track of the objects that are moving from our camera, and if some human comes, it gives the alert on the mobile device. But in today's session we will not be doing so much of IoT and cloud. We will be developing a simple application. We will be having the hints on. We will be solving the problem of the designers and the freshers who are having the worry of how to design a mobile application fast and furiously with less of the effort. So the case studies, for an example, to do list apps using the Kotlin, the crude application, it is create, read, update and delete. For the local storage and the notifications, we will be using the Android Studio as a tool for this. If you want these applications to be downloaded and you want to learn more, you can go for these YouTube resources. This I will be sharing you again, no issues. So now we will be starting with our Android Studio. How to create a mobile application as a basic steps. Just go on this new project, click on the empty activity. What this activity is? Activity is a UI screen that we will see when our mobile device has, or we can say the UI screen that has been shown is empty, is an activity. Click next. Just give some name to the application, a relevant name. Why I am saying a relevant name? Because whenever this application is deployed to the real world Play Store, it should be having a meaningful name so that the user can identify and download it. Whenever we are developing an application, it will be having some package, and this package will discriminate us from the others because this is a unique package been developed for us only. Now we will give some name to it, as this is a basic application, so we will be using my demo new app. This is a demo application, so we will be. This is the minimum SDK the client had said to us. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
sorry to interrupt. Actually, I've just gotten a question I've received from my end.
Yes, sir.
They're asking, are there any no-code tools to make mobile apps, so to make it more approachable for new people into this domain?
Yes, we have the no code tools named as MIT App Code, where we can just drag and drop and develop an application without writing a code. If the time will permit, I will show you the demo also.
That's wonderful, sir. Are they comparable to the IDs that we use to make apps, or is the performance of that app less or same?
No, the performance is little less because the tools are integrated, but a person who does not know the coding or is not interested in doing the code can easily develop the application within a minute. I usually give a demo of this tool for around, it requires 2 hours, and in this 2 hours demo we used to develop around 3 applications. One is for the normal registration, another is for the AI tool where the voice command will work, and that application will calculate everything on the voice command. And the third is the integration of the IoT devices, the data storage. But if the time permit, I will show you the platform. I
Yes,
will
sir. Thank
give
you
you
for
one
answering. You
demo
can
also.
continue, sir.
No issues.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first we will go for this, and we will click on the finish. This is the minimum SDK that the client had requested. So we are clicking on the API 24. Here, if this is API 24, the targeted audience will be 97.4% of the real world. If we will decrease this to say API 22, it is 99.6. So the developers have the query that if we will go to the lower level, the targeted audience will be large. No, it should not be like this. We should go for the requirement of what the client had said and the targeted audience are. Because if we are downgrading the API level, the application performance will degrade. So we should go for that which is relevant to the current scenario. But we should not go to the topmost one. Say, I put API level 35, it is less than 1%. There is less of the devices with this vanilla ice cream Android 15 version. We should make a in-between solution. So I am using API level 25 with the Android 7 and click finish. As this goes, it will create a normal structure of the application. Here I will divide the application's development into two. Number first is the applications in which we are developing the UI also over here only. That is a single file which is handling both the UI and the business logic. In the second one is in which we will be developing the layout different, and we will be having the business logic in different file. Both have the advantage and disadvantage. The first one, where we are having the code and the UI in the same file, is fast, and it will give us the better results, and it is easy to update if the application is a single page application. But what if I have multiple pages and I am using the same activity in different business logics? Say for an example, if I had developed a university system where I need to register the student, the faculty, the non-teaching, the management staff, I had to create a registration form for separate, but they have to log in with a single type. But if it is a student, it should give student login. If it is a faculty, it should give faculty login. If it is a management, it should prompt the management login. If it is an administrator, it should prompt the management. So what I am doing is a single layout, but I am putting a variable over there which has been passed at the runtime, so that it will give a feel to the student that yes, it is developed for me only. Faculty, it is developed for me, faculty only, because it is saying faculty login. But what I am doing is smartly I am playing a single activity with a login, and I am calling it with the different variables, and the label is put. Now the application is ready for us. I will be giving you a small demo, and we will be playing with the application over here at the development things. See this. This is our architecture. First thing you must understand is, for developing an application, the internet connectivity should be proper, because it needs a Gradle to be synced. What this Gradle is? Gradle is a bundle of the libraries which are being required for development of Android application. Now we will be having the architecture of how the application is developed. We have the configuration file named as Android manifest file. This is the configuration file which will be having all the parameters of your application which are being required when the applications are deployed. See this, we have used the targeted API as 31. So this application will be only working on the API level 31, not below this. It has the application name, the theme, the icons. These are the different things. So this is a configuration file. Okay. Now the second one is a code file, which is, as we are using the Kotlin, so it will be .kt. So this is the main activity.kt, which will be running when our application will be starting. This is the first UI screen. Then we have the res folder. This is the resource folder where we have all the resources, drawable, map, values. This values is very important. We have the colors, strings and themes. Okay. So we will be playing with them. So for this, what we need is, first we have to start our emulator. The emulator means a virtual device. So I had already created this for us so that our time is saved. Just click on this device. You can see that I have also laid phone. It is free of cost for me. I had to just, now this I will be playing, play. I had not done anything on this. So this application, I will be explaining you how it is working and how the Kotlin works. Now see this application is building. It means it is creating the package APK, and as this is on a debug mode, it will be directly connecting to this device and it will deploy the application over here. Now the application is ready and it will be installed. Installation successful. It is giving us a message, hello Android. How this is doing and how the Kotlin is printing this hello Android, we will see this. Okay. See this. When we have created this, it has created one class, main activity, which is overriding a method on create. That means the app lifecycle has one method or one stage, which is called on create, and that is calling the on create method. In this, we have set content. It means what will be displayed and how, using the methods called greeting method, which has been created over here. How to create a method? One method name, some parameter. What this composable is? This composable is an API which Kotlin has provided us using the Jetpack, so that we can create the UI also very fast. How to create a UI is very easy. I have to put some text, so I had to use text. If I had to use image, I will be using the image. If I had to use some editable text, for editable text. Okay. As the Android is using the AI tools, it had better been smarter. So it is giving us a preview also, so that we can have the glimpse of how our application will look like. So we have this preview. We have to just annotate @preview and call that function in our new function, and it will display. I will give you the view also. Just click on this. It is giving us hello Android. I will change this. Hello Kotlin world. So how this will be looking? It will look like this. So I have the glimpse of how my UI will look like. But I want two text to appear, one at the top and one at the bottom. How to do this? The person will say, just copy this text 2 times and it will display. We will try with this, how it is working. Just copy paste. It is loading the preview. No, only one is showing. Why? Because the both texts are in the same panel. We have to create something different which should discriminate. I will give you one example. In Kotlin, we have the mechanism to develop the application, which is row, column, and box. These are 3 ways by which we can design our UI. What the row says, it will be in a road manner. 1 row, 2 row, 3 row, 4. I will give you the demo. Column is in a horizontal, first, second, third stacked way. Okay? We will check with the example. See this. I will write over here row. Okay, use this row. Created a row. Okay, now just copy this and paste. What I said, row. 1 row and 2 row. See this. This is the first row and this is the second row. But we don't want like this. Okay, I want like first, second. No issues. I will change this to column. How? And we will again cut this and paste. I need not to run the application. I am just having the preview. Column 1, column 2. To discriminate, I will use hello and here welcome. So now one is hello and another is welcome. But this Kotlin word is passed from here. Okay. So I will pass some another thing from this, because this is the real which will be deployed on the application. I will use for here hello Android world. And now I will run this application again on the real device, the emulator that I have, and see the changes. How fast it has deployed the application and how fast it is rendering the UI. See this. But what if I had used the row? I will change. Save. Again rerun the same application. Sorry, something had happened to it. Just give me a minute. I will just delete this, change this to column. We will update this with row. Copy paste the same things. Update this hello to welcome. save this and rerun the code again. Rerun this. Now we have the output. In the row format. Previous one was the column format. Okay. Now I think it is easy to develop an application in the Kotlin. Okay. Now we will be moving to the second mechanism of MVC architecture, where we have the model, view and controller. It means we will be working on the model and the view. Controllers we will be doing if we have the database connectivity. So we will not going for the database connectivity in this session. We will be only working on the model and the view. Okay. And now we will developing the layout so that the presentation logic will be there, and we will be changing some code over here so that we can have the hints on for that. Now we will be creating a layout. How to create a layout? Just go to this, click on the app, right click, new, XML and layout. Give some name to other layout, any name. I had given the layout, give it layout. Okay, so now we will minimize this emulator so that we can have the screen. I think it is visible now. This is a component tree where all the components are placed. Okay, and we have to add some components. So here we have the two things. One is the view and the another the view groups. All the components that are individual are views, and which are grouped are view groups. Okay, so I will be adding some views to it. This is a linear layout. I will put some text box, a label at the front. Then I will put some input text box, and then I will put a button. So just drag and drop, click, the text box is here. Just drag and drop the plain text. This is the editable text box. And go on the button, just click on the button. All are arranged in a sequential manner. Why? Because this layout which we have created is a linear layout. We have 3 layouts. Most popularly used, one is the linear, another is the relative, and the last one is constant. Linear layout, it is in a linear fashion. It will arrange the elements in a linear fashion, either horizontally or vertically. We will see the example. Relative layout, it will give the views to be arranged in a relative position from one to another. In the last is the constant layout, which is fixed, which is used for complex UI design. Okay, you will see this is a linear layout with horizontal. Okay, we have to set some attributes also of these different views. First, we will click on this text view. I want that text view should be spread to the whole screen. So I will change the width from wrap content to match period. Now it will be in the full screen. I want edit text also to be on a full screen. Width to be on a full screen. So I will change the width property to match parent. I want the button also to be in the this. I will use this. But what it is doing is it has put everything in the middle. But I want 1, 2 and 3. So I have to change the orientation. If it is a horizontal orientation, it will look like this only. I will change. Okay. So I have to search for the orientation. Don't worry. Just write orientation. So here we have the orientation. One is horizontal and another the vertical. So I will just click on the vertical orientation. And now everything is vertically arranged. I have to just click on this. Okay. Now see, the elements are packed. Something is missing. What is missing? I had given them a vertical to this. And the height is wrap content. But it is taking full. Here the designer fails. What they do is they just fight with the code. Don't fight with the code. Just delete this. Okay. Now it is in a vertical manner. No issues. Just click over here. A text view. Put this over here. Give it width as match parent and height as wrap content. Now it has come at the top. The layout should be match parent. Okay. Now I need a plain text. Just put a plain text. It is at the bottom. Okay. Same match parent and wrap content. We don't have any issues. Okay. I want a button. Just click. How easily I have developed. A UI is ready. I want all the 3 to be center aligned. No issues. Just click over here and write align. The text alignment to the center. Click on this. The text alignment to the center. Click on this. The text alignment to the center. Okay. Everything is done. The UI is ready. How easily I have developed. I have to write some text over here. Okay, click on this. Change this text. Welcome. Enter. Over here, we have the 2 properties. One is the text property and another is the hint property. Whenever we are using a text, it should ask something. So we should remove this text property, because when we are using this text property and we are editing it on the runtime, I have to just click back button. But if I am using a hint property, whenever I will click on that, it will just disappear. Okay. I will change the text property of the button also. Click. Done. Everything is ready. If I have to put something or say margin or some background, I can change over here. I can change the background. Say I need some like this. The color changed. Okay. I have to put some margin. No issues. Just click on this. It will give us the margin. Just write some 10 dp. Enter. Copy paste this. All the margins are set. Done. The layout is ready for me. Okay. Rest of the properties we can set. I'm not liking this color, so I will be using some light color so that it is better. Now what I have to do is I have to map this layout to the activity. I will go over here, remove this whole, remove this also, because now we don't need to write like this. Now we will be mapping the layout to the code. Okay, how to write? Set content view r dot, what we have to map? Layout dot, what name? Finish. Now it is mapped. Save. Now we have to map the views which are over there, and we will be doing something with this. Okay, now just a minute, we will be creating a variable, well, some name to it, say text view. We have to map find view by id, which type? Text view. You can check from here also that what type it is. It is a text view. Okay, so we will be using you can skip also, no issues. R dot id dot, which text view? This. Okay, now we have to map another one, well, edit text. We can give any name to it, no issues. Equals to find view by id, edit text, which r dot id dot edit text. Mapped. Okay, I don't need this, I will be changing this. Button, save button, equals to find view by id, button type, what I have to map? R dot id dot which button? Okay, so now we have mapped this. We will be adding some event to it. Whenever I click on the button, save button, it should display some text to me. So I will be adding save button dot, how to register an event? Set on click listener. Now we will be doing some code for this. I will take the text from here and display some information. Okay, so I will be using edit text dot, which property? Text property. So I will be storing this in a variable where message equals to, it will be giving us an object, so I will be converting this to a string dot to string. To display a message, we will be using the toast dot make text. It requires some context, so current context, comma, which message I have to display? MSG. How long I need? there are two constraint, one is short and another is long. So I want to display it for a long, and dot short. Just save this, run this on the application. We have the layout. Just write over here some name. So I will write my name only, Piyush. Click over here. See, I have to concatenate something, no issues. Write welcome. Write plus for concatenation. Again concatenation. Okay, no issues. Double quotes. Exclamation mark. Save. Rerun this. Again I will write. Done. Okay. For saving the time, I have created some more applications for you. You can just have the view on them, and I will share the link also from where you can download those applications. Okay. So for this, what I have done is close this project. This is a small example of animation that we have done. You can see over here, and I will show you one more demo of Lemonade app where we have used the images, and one more demo of Intent. So only 1 minutes demo. You can just go through these and you can have the fun. I will share the code and this QR code for you so that you can download from there. It is taking time, I think. Okay, to rebuild this, I will show you another one, but it is taking time. I will show you directly the data persistence. Okay. We can run this and we can have the demo of this. Series. The device is running. I will just run the app. Just a minute. So here we have done the data persistence with the shared preference and SQLite both. In the demo, we will be having the hints on SQLite. Okay, and or we can show, I think there is some internet issue with the application. I can show you this code. This is a shared preference code where we are using the application with the shared preference and we store the data on this. SQLite we will comment, and then we will go for the SQLite in the another if the time permitted. Otherwise we have this done. What it is saying, layout is changed, activity main, it should not. Okay, I think there is some internet issue with my system. I will be sharing the link with you, no issues. you can view from here. This is a Kotlin application that we have developed. You can watch the YouTube video also. This is a dice roller which rolls the dice. This is a lemonade step. This is the activity life cycle. This is the animation that I was showing. This is the persistent storage. In the best practices, we should follow the platform design guidelines. Write the clean and modular codes so that they can be reused, and optimize the performance so that the list of the resources should be used by the mobile application, and test thoroughly the application should run. This is the GitHub code from where you can clone the repositories and you can work on them. Please stay updated with the technology because the technology is changing drastically, and build your applications so that they can be best used. Practice on the building applications. Join the developer community where you will be having some activities where we will be learning, and if you have any questions you can ask. The platform is open for you. Sir. Kushal sir, Harsh sir, Suryavanshi sir. Am I audible to you?
Yes, you are very much audible, and I think this was very good session for all those who want to begin with mobile development as a concept and as a kickstart. And I would really like to thank. And if there are any queries, we will be sharing, passing it on to you, or we may have some more engagements in future as well. So I would really thank and appreciate that you took out time and shared your knowledge with everyone. Thank you very much, Piyush sir.
Welcome sir. Thank you so much. Namaskar sir.
Namaskar.